everyone, Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. Okay, this is a two-part video. One, we're going to talk about the major cleanup. We have an old concrete slab that is broken up. We were going to put a deck. Prices of lumber are like crazy right now. And then I thought, well, I'll just fix the concrete. Same thing. You just can't afford it. So what's a temporary situation that I could do? I could build 6-inch raised beds because there's a drop off right here. And because this was the end of the house. And then I could just put some plastic down and cover it with mulch. And it'll be great for 1 or 2 seasons until I could afford to fix it. So on this bed, we're going to plant Victoria Blue Salvia, which is just stunning. This will add some more height. But before we do that, let's talk about how I built these. The first thing I did is I took some old scrap, and you could get these out of the construction zones, just ask them in the dumpster, or just buy two of these. These are 12 foot and this is 7 foot. I took 2 pieces, cut them equally. Okay, after I cut them, I decided I wanted to paint them. So I went to Sherwin-Williams. Great store for me. They have a clearance section that you could get any paint for $3 unless it's a different size. But or if they don't have the color that you want, you know, they have some great options. Talk about colors. So what I did is I bought mix match paint, and I didn't want bright white. The siding that's going to go on this side of the house is a light gray with white trim, so it kind of went in between. So after I painted this, then I assembled just the ends of this. And since it's sitting on concrete, this is probably the most important thing. You have to have drainage. So I don't want a bottom of this flower bed. It'll just sit on moisture. I raised these flower beds with a scrap piece of wood. Let me get one. Okay, this is a scrap of loamized or treated ground contact wood. So it's about a 1/2 inch, I would say. Underneath, I kept putting strips so far apart every few feet, and that way water could leave. Now, another thing is, after you do that, you have to line it. I did the Job's liner, permanent liner, and you put that in. And once you do that, you have to add support sections. Remember, there's no bottom of this flower bed. So what'll happen is it'll expand. So these supports, there's 2 on the 7 foot and 3 on the 12 foot, will hold it together. Then I filled it with my regular stuff. So let's go over that. I'm going to show you the drainage is really important on this. I even leave gaps where they meet. It's not only for the plants. This patio, which is roughly 8 by 18, it needs to drain. Alright, so So these are the two that I mixed together and I put them in. And then, since this doesn't have a lot of soil, it would be like a flower bed for your window, I guess. I added soil, moist, even though the potting soil has something, I just wanted extra. And I did the Job's organic annual and perennial food for this, and this will be great. So let's talk about planting the salvia. The salvia is going to make a hedge. There's going to be no thrills, frills, or anything else. It's just going to be the salvia hedge. So the salvia is Victoria Blue. It comes out of Texas and Mexico. It's a native. It's actually a perennial, I think from zone 8 to 9 or 10 or something like that. I'll have to check. It's herbaceous, which means it would die back there and then it would come back. In the Midwest, it's just an annual. You want power of color, then you want the Victoria Blue. This will bloom from June all the way through October unless it frosts, and then it's done. So let's start planting. Okay, the first thing that we need to do is space these out. And when we space these out, you want a perfect line because you don't want them to bush different ways. All right, so they're really spaced tightly, and the reason they're tight, I want them to grow tall. This is a short border, so these will grow roughly 1 foot to 2 foot. And their spikes are 8 inches, or can be 8 inches, which is incredible blue power, I guess. It'll be stunning. Now, why aren't we adding anything else to this? This is one of those flowers. You don't need anything else when you're making a hedge. This will be the showpiece. In the back, we're going to do containers with some of the salvia and the other blues. So that'll be tomorrow. Now, this will compact as a bush. That's why we want a straight line as well. So these are easy. Since they're out of Mexico, they're okay with most soils. Texas, have you been to Texas? Some of that soil is just, I don't know how they plant anything. So these are okay with clay, anything else. All right, let me plant. Okay, the salvia's in. Looks incredible already. Just give it 3 weeks and we'll do a tour. Now let's talk where I bought the salvia. Menards has a 6-pack of Victoria Blue Salvia. I couldn't believe it, for $1.99, and they're great looking plants. All their 6-packs are $1.99. I don't know what bug that is. And that reminds me, salvia are deer resistant. They hate the feeling in their mouth and the smell. So I hope the groundhog doesn't love it. Now, also one of my other go-to places for 6-packs or any flower is Value Plant. I also bought some there because I bought all the other ones. I didn't know how much I needed. They have 6-packs that are $2.49 and they look incredible. They also have $1 clearance. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's not looking good, it's $1. So I mean, for $1 you could try to save a lot of stuff. And they know their plants. They really do. And the last place, look at these roots. You know, I go to the True Value. Not all True Values are the same. And they have their 4-packs. Buy 2, get 1 free. Each 4-pack is $1.29 anyway. So That's roughly 8 plants for $2.50. So, so it was really inexpensive to do such a long hedge. Also, remember, salvia is one of those herbs that has a lot of history, which is fun. So if you like the history of plants like I do, and I try to teach it to my daughter and grandson, and I think that influenced some of her cooking on their channel. They do cooking with Taylor and Stefan, and she does a lot of healthy, tasty stuff. Salvia is to heal or self-heal, so or help, you know, plant, and it really does. It's a medical plant, and for me it's just relaxing, and also a great pollinator for butterflies. Now if you need the paint, go to Sherwin-Williams, give it a try. The sales clerk that I used, she knew her colors. I told her exactly what I needed. So for $3, and I used very little from this container, I have this painted and it'll look great. One more thing, I broke off a piece of this. Not that I need any more. If you break these, they're easy to root. Little rooting powder or even honey, put it in some soil and this will root quickly. So this is Sabrina from Campbell's Freedom Farm. Tomorrow we're going to do matching pots with some fun stuff going into them. I'll see you then, and please subscribe, like, and share. I need the subscriptions. It means a lot to us when we're trying this. Bye.